Now, habit number 2 is extreme isolation. And yes, even if it sounds extreme, in order for you to progress in a particular thing, it requires separation from normal life. And for me at that time, it was going to Egypt. Not because in Egypt you can learn faster, but it was me putting myself in an environment where I don't have no childhood friends around, no family around, no distractions that I usually am distracted with around. And it allowed me to go to class and practice Arabic with my companions of learning and with my teacher. But one misconception that I want to add here as a side note, a lot of people think that if they go to an Arab country, they are going to be able to learn the Fusha, classical, Quranic Arabic faster. But that is not the case, because people in the streets, they don't speak that language. But rather it helps. Why? Because there are institutes out there where people goes and learn from it. But likewise, those same things that will allow you to learn the language, you can achieve them from wherever you are right now. From London, from New York, from Berlin in Germany, from Toronto, it doesn't matter. The point is that you have to actually do the actions that will allow you to learn the language, which this is not the video for, but it is very possible for you to achieve from where you are at. Now, every major transformation in my life, whether it was in seeking knowledge, whether it was in business, whether it was in fitness, it was based on extreme stepping away from people, from noise, and from comfort. When it came to fitness, I had to force myself to eat things that I don't necessarily want to eat on a day-to-day basis in order for me to achieve my fitness goals. When it came to seeking knowledge, I had to cut off from some of the things that I might want to do, or my nafs wants to do on a day-to-day basis, like wasting time with my childhood friends, or going to just spend 3 hours just sitting down talking about nothing with my childhood friends. For other people, it might be other things. It might be watching movies. It might be social media. Some things might be haram. Some things might not be haram. The point is, distractions, you have to cut them all out and isolate yourself and be away from noise and comfort for you to be able to achieve these things. Now, these days, I'm actually in London right now. Just came here for a few days, and I have realized one thing. I've realized that people, if they live here, and the reason why I realized this is because I came here and I was trying to reach out to people to tell them I'm in London, let's meet up. And multiple times they told me, oh, I'm working until this time, and then it's too late, or I'm starting to work at this time. And what I've realized is that the average person will have responsibilities, that will be work, that will be studies at university. And then at the end of the day, you are going to be so tired that you don't even have time to actually work on other missions that you might have. Like, for example, learning the Arabic language. But it's so important that you are able to fight through it, especially in these years that you perhaps don't have a family year, or you don't have many children, many responsibilities. But it's important that you are able to perhaps work a 9 to 5 and study a 5 to 9. So in those 5 to 9 hours, those 4 hours after work and so on, you need to fight through it and do whatever you need to do. I remember, subhanAllah, there was one particular time where I was here in London, and I will wake up in the morning and take a cold shower, because when you live in the UAE, the water doesn't even get cold enough for you to actually get a cold shower. But here in the UK, you take a cold shower, that was better than 5 espresso coffees. So you have to do things like this that are uncomfortable. If you get home, you're too tired, perhaps it's because of what you have eaten throughout the day. Perhaps it's because of giving your nafs so much dopamine through social media as you was coming back home. Or you get home and you have a TV, so now you feel like watching the TV just because it's there. So perhaps you might have to get rid of the TV. Perhaps you might have to get home and get a cold shower. But the point is, you have to be able to work in discomfort and in extreme isolation. And that might mean that you are not going to see the friends that you see now every day after work, because you are trying to learn the Arabic language within the next year.